to welcome you to the very first RTX. Let me introduce one of my co-hosts for the evening, Mr. Geoff Ramsey. Hey, where's the lovely assistant, Mr. Gustavo Sorola? Ms. Sorola. I thought the situation was an interview right now.
Gus, you sexy beast!
Let's do it. All right, well, we have a long night of mingling and drinking ahead of us, but we think there's some other people that we should introduce you to first, some people whose voices with which you might be familiar.
Who's that?
You might not have met in person before. First of all is Mr. Matt Hullum, who plays Sarge in Rooster Teeth.
Stay right down!
Also Doc, also Wyoming, also like 900 other bad accents. Next up is Red Team Member number 7, Jack Patillo. Here's the first member of our second generation, Mr. Brandon Farming. Brandon, come on up here, bud. We're not going to give him a mic.
No mama's way!
Whatever that guy said. Next up is the lovely and vivacious Tex, Kathleen Zelch. You know him as Donut, Mr. Dan Godwin.
What is red?
Obviously very typecast as Donut. we won't tell you what he did to get the part. Next up, the better version of Burnie, Mr. John Marshall Reed, who plays the director. You want to give us a blow in your silky smooth voice?
I remember one time when I was fighting my best friend on his home planet. Oh, never mind. That was Star Trek. Sorry.
What should we do next?
Yeah.
Joel!
Joel! It's your turn, so I'm glad you get to introduce Joel. It's your turn.
Who?
It's my turn.
Too drunk to be on stage.
Mr. Joel Hayden, who plays Caboose. And some of us sound like our actual voice characters, but Miss Yo Mary Cruz, if you can make her laugh, you will hear Sheila the Tank, I guarantee.
Hello everyone, welcome to RTX!
No mama's way!
I guess next up would be the man who spent an entire day doing terrible things behind his rock, Tucker, Jason Saldana. Our next member is of Generation 2.0. we have to introduce them together because we consider them a unit. Chris and Marshall. Come on up, guys. Carrie, why don't you come up and get a hug? Come on, Carrie.
Possibly my favorite person in the world, our webmaster extraordinaire, Ben King.
Can we get the musicians up here? We have Nico, Geoff Williams, and Ramsey.
Bonsoir tout le monde, bonsoir. Bienvenue à RTX.
Merci beaucoup.
Nico's scared, don't tell.
Note to self, do the musicians last next time. So, I want you to introduce your lovely wife.
Where the... Oh, yes. Griffin Ramsey.
Thank you all for coming.
Michael, Mr. Rage Quit, you want to say hello? Now don't yell into the mic. They can hear you just fine.
Hello.
There you go. All right, now we're going to bring Gus back up here real quick. He's going to cover the next 2 or 3 days, and he's going to tell you exactly what's going on this weekend.
Sexy beast.
Hey guys, first of all, thanks for coming out. You all broke our ticketing system, so welcome. I will be kicking each of you in the crotch.
Try it, motherfucker.
Tonight we're going to have a mixer, have kind of a meet and greet. We'll be able to hanging out, talking to people, playing some games, checking out some new stuff over here. If you see anyone with a black RTX badge, chances are they work for Rooster Teeth, so please bother them. Ask them any questions, ask them if they're Joel. We're gonna be here, we'll be here till midnight, and then we'll wrap this up at midnight. Then tomorrow morning, bright early, we have a screening at the Alamo Draft House, South Lamar. Screening starts at 9:30 a.m. We'll be showing some cool new things as well as some stale old things.
We call them classics.
Thank you.
We love it.
After we do the screening, we'll be heading down to our studio where we'll be doing chores and have a bit of a party at the lot next door to our studio. We'll have some music out there and some fun games out in the 100-degree Texas heat. Welcome. We'll wrap up Saturday evening and let you guys free to eat. We'll be here hanging out again at the hotel bar. Then on Sunday, we will be taking part in a short, which we still have not really told you what we're doing. Come dressed as a zombie if you want to be featured. We will be heading out bright and early. You all should have itineraries that cover all of this as well. And that's our entire weekend. Then after Sunday evening, once we're done with the shoot, we'll come back here and hang out and all suffer heat stroke together. As long as I've got the microphone, I also wanted to thank some of our partners and some of the game companies that came out to be with us tonight. We have, in no particular order, we have Twisted Pixel, who will be showing Explosion Man We have some people over here representing BioWare, showing off some Old Republic stuff, which is really cool. as well, who are another local developer.
Before we introduce them, I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. First of all, we had to have this event because you all in the Rooster Teeth community have been having these pocket events all over the place, all over the world for the last few years. There's been events in Minnesota, events in Vancouver, Toronto,
Philly.
and then even as far away as Australia.
Are you the ones?
Yes, ma'am. All three of them.
Y'all are crazy.
So who lives the furthest west in Australia out of all of you?
There was someone from the area around Melbourne. They were the person that came from the furthest away. When you're on your way back to, when you're on your way back to, Australia, came by to the smoke monster for us. I was told to ask what your phone screensaver is. Screenshot. But I'm curious now. What was it? What was it? Joel.
Neither Gus or I have a comment about that.
We got a comment.
We had to have this event, and by evidence of the Rooster Teeth community, which hit 1 million registered
Yes.
This room is evidence of how ravenous and insane you people are, and I mean that.
Hell yeah!
Because you are the people responsible for breaking our ticketing system. That is not a happy face right there.
I will be taking crotches all weekend.
What's BlizzCon? RTX, man.
But we're very glad you all could make it. We had some other huge milestones, some that are coming this year. We're going to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube probably in the next 30 days. And Geoff, I mean, when would you estimate we're going to hit 500 million views on YouTube probably in the next 3 or 4 days? Sunday. The bottom line is we couldn't do any of this at all without your support, and I just want to tell you how much we appreciate that and how grateful that all of you can take time out of your real lives to come here and meet with us tonight in person and drink with us and have a great time this weekend. Thank you. And talk about how bad Lost was that week, or and that people would make real moms. We know people that got married that have been on the site. There's people that have made kids. There are actually people that have been
Gross.
I know. They have a way better internet connection than me. That's all I have. But it's just it's a tremendous thing, and it's crazy the small decisions you make that lead into really awesome things like tonight. And in that vein, we also have tremendous partners that help make what we do possible. It's no secret that the Halo franchise has been an incredible boon to our existence as a company.
Yes, sir.
And so now, who else would we want as our special guest at the very first RTX? None other than the man who is currently steering the entire Halo franchise, Mr. Frank O'Connor.
Is this the one that had the nipple on it earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So, thank you very much for that kind and exaggerated introduction. Bernie told me that he was at a supermodel convention in Salt Lake City this evening, and then eventually admitted it was a DoubleTree hotel in Dallas. And finally I used Google, or Bing, as I'm supposed to. And I tracked him down. So Bungie and Microsoft and eventually 343 Industries have had a very long and compelling relationship with Rooster Teeth and the entire concept of machinima, or as we like to call it, massive trademark and franchise infringement. So when Bernie gave me this unique opportunity to finally serve a subpoena, I took it in both hands, and I drove here from Utah. I just wanted to say, firstly, thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting Rooster Teeth, because when we first set eyes on Red versus Blue and talked to our lawyers that are from the tree, and then actually created a very unique contract with the Rooster Teeth guys, it's because we recognized there was some magic in what they did, and something that in many ways spawned a revolution in the way that people interact with their video games and with their home entertainment. And machinima is famous, and it's a thing, and it's a genre, and it's a thing that even Hollywood understands now. I would argue almost 100% because of the success of Red vs. Blue and Rooster Teeth and the things they've done since then.
Hell yeah!
So we'll continue our litigation against Rooster Teeth. Microsoft only has like 2 lawyers and they're part-time. And we'll start that again in winter if the crops have failed, as they often do. But that's really all I have to say. Just thank you everyone for coming. I will accept cocktails all night. Feel free to ask me about what projects we're working on in the future. I'll tell you everything. Just like 2 gin and tonics away from spilling the beans. And we look forward to seeing a lot of the same faces in this audience again at PAX later this year. Halo Fest, which Rooster Teeth and Machinima and other fan-created art are going to be a huge part of that Halo Festival. And again, thank you. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys to someone who really invented and created and innovated in the Halo space. A guy who used to work at Bungie not such a long time ago, but a guy who was responsible for things like matchmaking and having fun on the internet and using Xbox Live. Now he is the president and founder of a company called Certain Affinity, which makes map packs for Halo, among many other things. And his name is Maximilian Terwilliger Hoberman, Max Hoberman, and he's going to come up and talk to you a little bit about what Halo is doing.
So, real quick, I just wanted to thank you all for having me out here, and thank you, Frank, and thanks to Bernie and the rest of the Rooster Teeth crew for having us out here. Real quick, I actually heard about this through Frank. He told me that he was finally coming down to Austin, and I was like, hey, we should get together. So he said, well, what are you doing Friday night? I don't know. So here I am. But anyway, so So I was thinking about it a little bit, and I was thinking, all right, well, if I'm going to come here, I got to show something. I got to have something cool. And Frank, he's not going to let me show anything Halo related, of course. I guess we can pull up the defiant maps if you guys want to see them again. So anyway, it turns out this is, incidentally, we have something brand new that we're going to be showing at E3. Hasn't been announced yet, top secret stuff, and I was thinking, well, shit, might as well show that. We talked to our publisher, who incidentally happens to be Microsoft. Go figure. And we talked about coming out here and showing you guys some stuff, and they were really concerned because they really did not want footage, video, snapshots, you name it, of the stuff that we're going to show up on the web. And that was the request, that if we're going to show you guys this stuff, I have to ask you, put your cameras away, put your cell phones away. Burnie assured me that everyone here is very respectful and that you guys will do this. Everyone please put your cameras away.